Hey everybody, I'm Z, also known as the creator as seen in Pokemon 3D XP. Yes, I am Z of ZLM, Soul Creator. Let me just start out by saying thank you to everyone who supported me thus far. Um, everyone who's, you know, everybody who's went and seen the downloads, who's visited the game page, liked the page on Facebook, Pokemon 3D XP. Um, I've seen two gameplay videos already. I mean, they were of the first build, and they were, bashing it. I know it was bad. I'm sorry. Folks wanted a. I was told, we want a pre-alpha, or development builds, just to keep the community alive. I was like, makes sense. I'm not great at this whole social networking thing, so I try and what's the word I'm looking for? Reach out to the community, give them something to keep an eye on. They want to see progress. I was trying to give them progress to see just what I've been doing so far. It's a work in progress. Started working on it last summer of 2012. There we go. And yeah, but it's just even just those two gameplay videos, even though they weren't like raving, 10 out of 10, oh, this is awesome. I know it wasn't 10 out of 10. I know it wasn't that awesome. All you could do was walk, run, and jump. Wasn't no controls included. Nobody knew what to do or how to play. But really, it was just so that people could see the landscaping. Because I'm not really an artist, but I just wanted to give the audience something that they could see and, interact with, sort of, to a degree. Because mostly I'm a programmer, so I mostly write code. So not much of what I do is actually seen or fully, appreciated, especially not in early development, by the populace. So I try and give something that people can relate to, take in with their eyes, and immediately make a judgment. I'm not an artist. Some of the judgments were pretty bad. But yeah. So in this video, I just want to give my own gameplay video and run through the controls and what I actually meant for people to do when they download the build to check it out. So here's just when I first started building the game. I was building it out with respect to a GameCube controller because I have the Xbox for Windows controller, and that's what I was using to test the game. But of course, at times when I didn't have the controller with me, and of course not everybody has a controller, I had to try and adapt controls to a keyboard. So here, ABXY is where I set my ABXY. I'm just accustomed to it because I play like PlayStation emulator, play like old Final Fantasies and stuff, and that's where I place my X, circle, square, triangle. But right now this is pretty much just the layout. It's pretty self-explanatory. WASD for the left analog stick. I needed another essentially WASD setup, so I just moved down far enough. I didn't want to take TFGH because it seemed too close, so I came down here. Usually F is used for other stuff like picking up stuff or whatever. So I went down to IJKL. This is far enough away and it's not used enough that I wouldn't try and use it for something else in this pretty much 4x3 region of keys that'll probably be used for various things. Of course, enter would be start. Right now you can also use shift for X because it's just to run, and A for space, and it's just to jump, and WASD to run around, and use the mouse to control the camera. I'm going to just get into the game and really just show you everything that I really meant for you to see, for everyone to see. What better way to show them than to show them yourself. Here you can also see the controls where it's actually laid out how the program actually recognizes it. As you can see, there's some where they don't have keyboard equivalents yet. The joysticks, of course, need their own set. So the D-pad is actually a joystick register, in the game, and so it needed its own set off to the side. Haven't built them all out yet, but they will be there. It will be fully compatible on keyboard and game controller. Um, Here's the new game screen. That's all going to change. Of course, please note the copyright. This is not my background. I'm not trying to claim it. I don't claim it in any way. My particles are doing some crazy things with this cam studio right now. It's legacy particles, and they seem to be having some issue. I'm going to move from here, though. But yeah, this whole background's going to change. I was hoping to do like a slow camera fly-through. Silence that for a while because it's probably drowning me out. I was hoping to do a slow like camera fly-through of a Pokemon Pokemon daycare, which will actually, in the final game, you'll actually be able to walk into it. But I thought that would be nice. But that would be, my own original title screen. I can't really use that one. And then I'd probably put, like a cover song. Me and a friend were going to do a cover of that song. He's a musician. We were going to do a cover of it, which I believe is still, okay. We could do that. So here there's just some Pokemon set out. They're just in plain sight because right now when you walk through the tall grass, you'll also see Pokemon, but you might not be able to see them as well as you could just looking down on them. For some reason, this cam studio is making my game lag, which I'm not liking. But hopefully it won't be too distracting. Alright, I need the community to tell me what they think. Left Ghastly or right Ghastly? Like the thicker swirling particles or the thinner, slowly fading up off, in away particles. I actually like the one on the left. But, leave it up to the community how they feel about it. Feel free to leave comments about how you feel about the Charmander flames on the tail. I thought those were pretty decent. I know the Cyndaquil flames on the back need a little help. Like, they look alright from some angles, and then they look really bad from other angles. And then it's really just trying to figure out how to get all that to work together. I'll probably end up taking it from a particle to a mesh. Hopefully it doesn't, wear on the CPU too heavily. Here we got the tall grass. As you can see up in the top right corner, there's a mini-map. The mini-map does follow the character nicely. Upslopes and everything. It doesn't actually show the trees and such, but of course, I won't be using, this is an actual, photo of the map from Fire Red. I just needed something of the Kanto region to build from, just to give the game proper justice, or do it proper justice, I mean. But, right now we just got Pokemon spawning like crazy in the grass. And of course, this is way exaggerated. In no real game would the Pokemon spawn that much, especially not if you have to fight them with your actual Pokemon. That'd be ridiculous. It would just be one, and then if one comes out, none of the other ones will spawn, and you can just fight in the area. I'd walk in the grass, something would show up, I'd throw out my Pokemon. Here you can do that with, hold on, let me back out some. Like I said, this lag from the cam studio is killing my video. You just throw out a Pokemon, and I'm doing this with, you could call it the D-pad on the Xbox controller, or the IJKL setup on the keyboard. So J and L is how you go back and forth. This is how you choose your Pokemon, and you'll have an image come up, and it'll show you what's in the ball. I was thinking maybe even putting a sound to it, like you'd hear their call when you hovered over it and see their picture all at the same time. That way you don't always have to look down there to know which one you're on. You hear it, and then you be like, la, 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 Pikachu, throw, wham. Then the Pikachu goes out or whatever. Then you actually go from the character, and and then you be the Pokemon. And you actually control the Pokemon from its run, jump, dodge, attack. Everything is on you. You have to actually control it and fight. No more of that weird, I'm asleep, but you missed. No, you're asleep, you're being still, and you're probably going to get hit. So yeah. And you just fight them right here. Right in this area. You can jump down the ledge. You jump up the ledge. If you try and run, but the other Pokemon stops you from getting away, you just got to stop from running. And to run, you just have to just run away. Just don't stop. Keep walking. If you can get far enough away, or if you let the Pokemon get far enough away, then they will have quote unquote run away successfully. This lag is killing me though. It's even breaking up the health bar. Also, feel free to go down to the comments and tell me how you feel about that health bar. Because as it goes down, it actually does all go down very nicely. Right now, there's nothing tied into the health bar and the stamina bar. Before it was run, but I didn't like having to wait to recharge to run again in a debug. It's like I'm not really trying to play yet. Of course, as far as the highly exaggerated jump and run speed, this is just Superman debug mode. I'll put a toggle in on the third build because some folks it throws them off. So I'll probably toggle it off originally, and then they can turn it on if they please. Because normally you wouldn't be able to jump, so high as to get over these. When I thought about the physics of it, an obstacle that you can jump down, but you can't climb up or jump over or walk over. You can only jump down from it. So I said, this must be a ledge. That's pretty much the logic I took with the whole map from front to back. Starting with Pallet Town, nicely sat, on the ocean line at the front. Oh, this lag. So disgusting. So disgusting right now. And coming all the way back, you see like this weird stagnant ledges where it's like right, left, right, left, right, left. And each ledge needed to go a little higher. So that's what I did there. And I thought that worked out pretty nicely. Of course, there'll be a Pokemon Center here. All of the dungeons and caves and gyms will all be completely original and redone to fully take advantage of the full 3D capabilities of just being in 3 dimensions, as well as using the Unity engine. It'll also take full advantage of actually being able to control the Pokemon instead of just walking the character through the gym, getting past all the obstacles. You'll actually have to take control of a Pokemon and maybe climb up, or not climb up, but take control of a Pokemon and fly up, to say a high ledge or a perch where, say, a key that you need is placed up there. And as y'all have seen so far, these ledges, this ledge physics that I've been using all the way to the back of the map has been working fairly nicely. Everything's running through nice and smooth back to here. Funny question. I wonder if at any point they thought about the fact that there's a power plant up here, but there's an ocean down there. There's an ocean down there, and there's land up here. And in the game, it's all just connected by what looks like, just these mountains. But it's actually a very steep drop-off to even make that, even almost possible to have such a steep, change in height for this pier to touch the ocean and for the back of this village to touch that cave that goes up to the cave that's up there by the power plant. Really interesting stuff. Right now, all the tall grass spawns Pokemon. So you can run through any part of the map and see, Pokemon. All this dash running I'm doing, I'm just pushing shift, or you can push X if you're using the controller. You don't have to just press spacebar to jump. You can also hold it. And then once you get to the top of your jump, you'll float down gracefully. Of course, you can use this to cover great distances really fast. Like I said, debug mode. It's just so that you can get around and see everything. I was thinking of doing the fly in a similar fashion. No longer do you just, see a little, but I wouldn't even call that a cutscene. It's like Pokemon comes up, you fade to black, you fade out of black, and boom, there you are. I was thinking you have to actually have a mountable sized Pokemon. No more, I use my Pidgey to fly across the country. No. You have to be on a sizable, mountable sized flying Pokemon. They use fly. And then they'll just go up, take you where you want to go. Of course, the mechanics are going to be the same. Of course, he'd fly a lot higher. He wouldn't crash into the trees. Get you all the way where you're going, and then nicely arc back down and place you in front of the Poke Center of that village, as is customary in the Pokemon games. That's how you get from point A to point B. You fly. Not on. Sorry about the break in the first video. It went over 15 minutes. I didn't expect it to, but it did. Yeah, like I said, no more flying on pigeons. That's weird. But what I do want to do is have Pokemon mounts. Like, I was thinking, do we still go with the bike, or do we go with a mount? You feel like riding a Steelix? It's big enough. You can do it. You know, is it mountable? If it is, you can mount it. You ride it. Of course, there have to be gameplay mechanics to stop characters from going places they shouldn't before they're supposed to be able to go there. But nonetheless, there will be limitations. But mounts seem pretty awesome. Let me know what you think about that. Just bouncing ideas off you here. Still got a good ways to go. Wow. I don't know if y'all see these water particles doing all this crazy stuff. Because I had some weird dealings with the water, there being like 3 ledges right here. 1, 2, 3. But this being flat and having to get up and match this water right here, because you kind of can't have water on a slope. There's some places where that ledge physics kind of falls apart, and you're just like, I don't know how this is supposed to work, but I guess there's a reason this game's always been in 2D. But I thought I could make it work. Right there, there's supposed to be a waterfall, but right now it seems like water particles are doing crazy things. But I digress. I'm not going to make this one too long. I'm not trying to go for like another full 15 minutes. I highly doubt I'm going to still hold you here for another 15 minutes. That'd be ridiculous. But I really just want to end off by saying thank you to everyone. Thank you for watching. Please go visit the page. You'll see a link in the description. Grab the second build if you want to run through this yourself with less lag, of course, because this is ridiculous. I don't know what's going on right now. But and just tell me what you think. Please go to the forums. I mean, you could do it in the comments and such, but like if you do it in the comments for the actual game, if you download it, I may or may not find it. I mean, I'm usually pretty good at going behind myself. Sometimes I just Google Pokemon 3D XP and see what folks are saying about me. That's how I stumbled upon the first 2 gameplay videos. Thank you to both of them. Thank you so much, Cope over in Germany, Cope and Kazi, for taking an interest in me and checking out my game. Thank you, Justin, I think was his name, for doing a gameplay video. Despite the title. No, I feel it's right. It's cool. I understand. It was bad. It was bad. It wasn't even. I couldn't even call it a game in the first build. But I just thank so much to everyone for supporting me. I really appreciate it. Your support keeps me motivated, keeps this game alive, and I'm just gonna go back into Pallet Town here. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Like, I really mean it. Thank you all. This has been the Creator. Good day to you all.